Hey, it's David Farmer, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 reasons that you should be using Loanmaker, our free credit score technology on your dealership website to help you get more leads, more credit score leads from your dealership website. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. What we're looking at right here is one of our test websites. This is where I can actually show you the technology. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is our custom click events. So I'm going to open up a search results page, and you can see that we have this group of buttons right here. Now we call that our conversion block. We have a lot of ways that you can customize this, but what's most important is anytime anybody interacts with one of these buttons, and a customer clicks on this button, of course, we're going to open up our Loanmaker technology and encourage the customer to complete this process, get their free credit score, get pre-qualified, send a lead to your dealership CRM. But every time that we click on that button, we're going to be firing off a custom Google Analytics event. So when you're thinking about making changes to your SRP or VDP, the button stack there, and you're going on gut instinct, maybe you want to look at the actual data to find out what buttons are actually being clicked by customers when they visit your dealership website. So that's the first thing. So number one. Number two, I want to talk about how we make sure that we're getting good quality data into your dealership's CRM. Now with that, one of the things that we've had some challenges with over this last year is we've had some Russian hackers hacking our dealership websites and our lead gen technology on those dealership websites. And the real negative is that it's been generating some bad leads into the dealership CRM. So what we've done is we've created a series of security measures to ensure that we're only going to get good, high quality leads into your dealership CRM, so your people can be dealing with customers that that they are able to contact and that are truly looking at purchasing from your dealership. The first thing that we have set up is a invisible reCAPTCHA. So reCAPTCHA, as you know, if you go out on the internet right now and you fill out a form, a lot of times you're going to get a little pop-up that says, pick out all the street signs or pick all the bicycles or the boats from images. That's a reCAPTCHA program. That's actually version 2 of reCAPTCHA. We're utilizing version 3, and this is where Google has the ability to identify bot traffic invisibly, and that's what we've incorporated into our system. So as soon as a customer visits this page, they're going to use their machine learning, artificial intelligence based on the IP address, the cookie, the browser, location, all of that kind of stuff to identify, is this a bot or is this a real person? If it's a bot, it's not going to allow the customer to go through this next step. And that bottom button right here will not turn red and become clickable if it is a bot traffic. So that's number 2. Number 3 is that when a customer enters in an email address, and actually let me go ahead and start this right now. I'm going to put in a test customer so we can go through this process. So a carry a bait, it's one of our test customers, has a fake social security number that we can use to do a soft credit pull. And then we're going to capture the customer's real physical address. And then we have the ability to add in an email address. Now, if I put in a bad email address, like I'm doing right now, what's going to happen is that is going to come in and say, enter a valid email address, like it did right there. So it's not going to allow me to continue if I enter in a bad email address. Now, if I enter in a good email address, you can see it allows me to go through it and it doesn't pop up with that message. We can do the same thing with a phone number. So we have X-Verify. That's going to be the number 3 top 10 reason why you should be considering Loanmaker for your free credit score tool to generate more leads to your dealership showroom. And so we're going to validate the physical address. the email address and the phone number. And as soon as all of this goes through, I'm going to go, and you can see the button turned red, and I can go ahead and click on it. I can get to the next step. The next step is going to be our number 4 reason, and that is our new two-factor authentication. So let me talk about that real quick. Two-factor authentication, or multi-factor authentication, which a lot of people call it, or 2FA. So this is a system where when a customer is entering information into a lead, you probably have a system right now where you're going to get a code either text or emailed to your device, meaning that you're going to have a second device to authenticate the person that is going through this process. Or maybe not a second device, but a second way to authenticate a person. And we're utilizing email for this. So as soon as a customer clicks that red button, this two-factor authentication pop-up is going to pop up. I'm going to open up my email real quick, and I'm going to show you exactly what that authentication email looks like. Go ahead and share my screen. So this is the email that a customer is going to get, CreditScore Express verification code. It's been requested access by this email address. Do not forward or give this code to anybody. I can go ahead and copy that, come back over here, enter that in our two-factor, and then hit submit. So that is number 4, a two-factor authentication. So all of these things are going to prevent any bots, any hackers, any bad people trying to get through and submit bad leads. Now, the next is going to be, let's see, VIN, XML, email to customer, pre-qualify. I didn't even add this one, so you're going to get a bonus. So this is going to be number 11. So what is happening right here is when there is a duplicate found, where a customer has entered in a duplicate email address, a duplicate phone number, or a duplicate IP address is noticed by our technology. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to require the customer to provide more PII. Now, all we're going to do for this is we're going to use the last 4 of the customer's social security address for a customer to authenticate themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and let me share this with you. I'm going to put in this fake customer's email or social security number. And you can see right here, I entered that in, I hit submit, and then it's going to allow me to get to the next step. And you can see that our little animation GIF starts. We've got the nice confetti letting the customer know that we have pre-qualified that customer. So that is our duplicate check for email, phone number, and IP address. All of these things in conjunction, our reCAPTCHA, our xVerify for email address and phone number, our multi-factor authentication, and the duplicate checks is going to prevent any bad traffic from coming through our system and getting into your dealership's CRM. Another thing that is going to happen is at the point that we finish this process, we're going to send an ADF-XML lead. Now, that ADF-XML lead, based on the customer starting this process from an SRP listing or a VDP, is we're going to capture that VIN, we're going to include it in that ADF-XML, and then we're going to send that over into your dealership's CRM. Your dealership CRM is going to decode that VIN as a vehicle in stock and pre-fill out all of the associated information, year, make, model, trim. So anytime a customer is trying to get pre-qualified on one of our conversion block CTA button clicks, we're going to fire off that Google Analytics event. We're going to take that VIN number and we're going to submit that along with the ADF-XML. So now when your BDC or internet sales department gets that lead, you're going to know that the customer is pre-qualified, and you're going to know what vehicle the customer wanted to get pre-qualified on, which most pre-qualification tools in the marketplace right now is not doing that. We also utilize that solution for all of our other technologies as well. So now let's go ahead and let's look at this custom ADF-XML. Actually, we're going to come back to that one, because I want to share with you a way that we can also add some more value for your internet sales people when this lead comes in. But I do want to talk about this next, complete a full credit application. So we know, based on all of the leads that we've generated, about 15% of the customers who get to this part right here are going to take this next step and complete a full credit application. Now they have the option to either click skip and go right to their pre-qualification certificate, or they can hit the red button, which is we're encouraging the customer to complete this credit application. So you can see right here that what's happening is we're putting a notice to the customer. Hey, by completing the full credit application, you're going to require your authorization, and we're going to need your social security number and your date of birth and authorize a hard credit pull. So they're accepting this and they're completing the rest of these steps. So I'm going to show you the second step to our Loanmaker tool, and this is where a customer can complete a full credit application. And again, I'm right on the SRP. I'm never leaving. Same thing if the customer started this process on a VDP. Let's say I worked at 7-Eleven. Phone number, my manager there, been there for 4.5 years, make $5,000 a month. Next, I'm going to capture the information, social security number, date of birth. Another thing to take in consideration is that this is a secure application between the customer's browser and either RouteOne or DealerTrack. And the social security number and date of birth is going to pass directly from the customer's browser, encrypted right into the database at RouteOne or DealerTrack. Completely secure, all that PII. We also then give the customer the ability to complete a digital signature right in our system. Customer can add a co-app, and we find about 10% of the customers who complete a credit application adds a co-applicant as well. And then from here, I can go ahead and hit complete. What's going to happen here is now we're going to get this this pre-qualification certificate, which you're seeing pop up right now. We have our credit score gauge, and we have provided the customer a credit score range. So in this case, 706 to 726, the customer's actual credit score is right in the middle at 716. And we've pre-qualified the customer for $52,250. This is something that you guys can make the determination of how you set up this. We're either going to get the customer qualified or put the customer in a pending status. Now, that is sending the customer a VIN number, and so that's going to be number 5. We're also going to send this information to the customer in a custom email, and they're going to get a pre-qualification certificate. That's going to be number 8. Number 7 is going to be the email to customer. Full credit application completion is going to be number 10, and then there's one other piece I'm going to show you before we get to the very last one, and that is the ADF-XML lead as it gets sent to your dealership's showroom. I'm going to show you, this is the email that the customer gets right from our system with the pre-qualification, a link right to the redemption certificate, and then also you'll see that the ADF-XML, we have a notification that can go to somebody in the finance department that a customer has completed a full new credit application, and you can see this one right here. Actually, no. Where is my ADF? I must not have it coming to me. But here's another example is what we do is the subject line of any customer ADF-XML that we send out to your dealership CRM is going to include the type of lead. So it's going to be a credit score lead, or it's going to be an express cash offer lead, a test drive lead. So as you're looking at that customer right in the CRM, and you see those subject lines of all of those emails, you can quickly see, hey, this is a digital retailing lead, or this is a Kelly Blue Book lead, or this is an express cash offer lead, or this is a credit score lead. So that's all right inside the subject line in all of our leads. It's a new feature. Now, the last thing I want to be talking about today is the custom themes. So as you can see right here, we have this dealership website, custom theme to a Toyota theme. So everything is going to be themed in the Toyota red. All of the illustrations in our explainer videos is going to be in with Toyota vehicles. Of course, we have the ability to pick any OEM theme to make sure that we are sharing that in a way that is going to be aligned specifically with the way that the way that you want to promote your brand. So we're including all of that information. So top 10 reasons why you want to consider utilizing Loanmaker, our free soft credit pull lead generation technology on your dealership website, is going to include the custom click event on the button that's added to your SRP and or VDP. We got the reCAPTCHA. We got the X-Verify for the email address and phone number. We got the multi-factor authentication to make sure that we're getting good quality leads from real people. We have the new car VIN number or used car VIN number included in the lead. So your salespeople are going to know what vehicle a customer is interested in. We're sending that custom ADF-XML with a subject line that's associated with the lead type. Got a full custom HTML email that goes out to the customer. We provide the customer with a PreQualification Certificate. We have a full credit application option for a customer to complete that and get that right into RouteOne or DealerTrack. And then we have our custom themes. And then there's one extra bonus. Number 11, that's where we do the duplicate check to make sure that anybody that is entering in their same information, whether it's an email, phone number, or from a duplicate IP address, that they have to further validate themselves with the last 4 of the VIN number. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share this information with you, as I always do. You're going to find this video plus many others at entice.com.